Hello, my Geminis, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. And of course, I am Debbie. Now, I am reading for June 30th through July 6th. That is Friday through Thursday. I've done an overview, choose peace. I enjoyed it. So please take a peek. And I also use a new deck. So take a look at that too. And it was interesting. I did find some of the information a little bit surprising. So take a peek. Remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. And for you, my Geminis, I feel it's time for you to say goodbye to the past and move into a future that's so bright. It's kind of, I do feel like it's time for you to transition, and letting go of past will help you to go into that future. Okay, so let's see. And did I tell you? Yes, remember that these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay. Anyway, one card has popped out. Let's see. Higher power, Holy Spirit, what do you have that you want to say to our Geminis? What do you want to say to our Geminis? Oh my goodness. Yeah, holding on to that past only. We're going to look at that. We're going to look at that card because that one is pretty much what we're talking about. We do have full moon energy right now, or during this time period. It is the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So we've been waiting for that. So now let's just say, yes, we're going to claim that and we're going to hold on to that one. All right, so our first card we have, this is the one that popped out. This one is the Devil card in the Waite Rider deck, or should I say the Waite Smith deck. So this is the Devil. This is facing your fears. This is letting go of your fears and making a choice. You can either let's put it this way. You can either stay in your fear and not make your choices, or you can go and venture forward. But it is ultimately a decision. So we have Archangel Jophiel. Now, I like Archangel Jophiel's energy because he's very creative energy. There's always something new. Very much the Archangel over artists, whether that be people that sing, that compose, or paint, or sculpt, or anything that is very creative. So. And again, archangels are very powerful in all things, but this one tends to be a little bit more towards that creativity side. So we have a 10, transitional energy. We have 555, change. 1 plus 5 is a 6, the number of man, the energies you put into something yourself, okay? But again, it's like letting go. Again, letting go. Remember, full moon, release, relinquish, and request. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. The interesting thing whenever I look at the Devil card from the Waite Rider deck is that you always see that the two people, the ones that are sitting at the Devil's feet, is basically they're basically losing their humanity. They're so afraid of changing. They're so afraid of slipping their binds. They're losing their humanity. And I'm not saying that, my Geminis, you're losing your humanity, but when you stay in the past, when you stay in fear, you tend to lose that creative side, that is that spark that is just so totally and uniquely you. Anyway, decision. It is time to make your decision. What are you going to do, my Gemini? Here we go. Next card is the 4 of Ariel. So now we have a 4. 4 is our stability, organization, leadership. Ariel is our earth energy. Capricorn, yes. Pluto's in Capricorn. Taurus, yes. Jupiter and Uranus is in Taurus, and Taurus is still in that north node. So there's a lot of Taurus energy directing where we need to go. Also Virgo energy, which will start to pop up a little bit more. So it is about your job, your home, your money, your what keeps you and helps you to feel secure and safe. Okay? So the 4 of Ariel is about reciprocity, is about giving and taking. And the thing about this, my Geminis, is you have to come to this, try to come to this point where you can look at yourself and say, am I giving too much? Am I taking too little? Am I taking too much and giving too little? Now, Ariel is a money energy. It's pentacles. It's money energy. But energy in itself does not just have to be about money. It can also be about the energies you put into something. So there's a reciprocity. There's a trying to create a balance, trying to give, when I give, I receive. When I receive, I give, okay? But there's this sense of, that's kind of like maybe you're sticking your heels in the mud and kind of saying, no, I want this more than I want that. So there's also a rigidity with this Four of Ariel that you might have to look at and you might have to confront. And that goes back then to this decision. All right, so when you give, you also receive. Being resistant to change, extremes in how you save or spend money. So the thing is, my Geminis, it's not always going to be the perfect time or the perfect, if you're waiting for perfection, perfection doesn't come, okay? It's not coming. So I kind of feel like I know we want to wait for the right time, and the right time does tend to come, but perfection does not. So sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith. You just have to jump in and say, now is the time, and I'm going to make my move, okay? Your next card here is the Eight of Michael. I will tell you, the Eight of Michael has been coming up a lot, okay? I think that it's come up at least, I don't know that it did this for the earth energies, but it has been coming up. I think it came up in the water and in the fire energy. So we have a 1, 5, 4, and now we have an 8. 8 is our unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. So if you see this, if you cross-watch, and this one comes up in whatever you're cross-watching, pay attention. There's a little bit more of a meaning and a message for you. Unlimited opportunities. Michael is our air energy. It is your energy. It is Libra. It is Aquarius. It is your thought processes, thinking things through. So again, it's kind of like I said, you've got to take that, it's time for your leap of faith. It's not always going to be a perfect time. Well, the right time does not mean that it's the perfect time. Again, I'm not telling you, I always say this, we're not saying that I'm not saying you have to quit your job. Especially if you don't have a job. It's easier to get a job when you have a job, but it might be time, if you don't like your job, to put in your, applications to some place that you may or may not like more, okay? But the Eight of Michael is moving forward. You can see she's, and I do love her, and this has been a theme, I think, whenever she's been coming up during these readings. I do love she's holding onto this. Now it's interesting. She's got 1 foot. I didn't notice this before, but she has 1 foot that is inside a rope. It looks like it's a thing of rope that's been twirled. I'm not quite sure what she has in her hands per se. One hand is kind of in supplication, like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? There's things behind her that I can't, I wish I had better glasses, my eyes. But there's something also behind her. And again, not quite sure what that blue is all about. But that blue does have a lot of spiritual, and there is a lot of blue with Michael too. So looking up, saying, where am I going to go? What am I supposed to do? And the thing is, the angel, I would say, I'm kind of getting that the angel is saying what you need to do is just one step in front of the other. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. Not seeing things clearly. Interesting with that. So this is about confronting your fears, and this is about, again, I kind of feel like there's a stuck energy with the Four of Ariel, like, kind of like you're digging your heels in, and, it's like, well, and it kind of feels like it could be to your detriment, and we've done that too. We've done that. It's like, no, I'm not going to do it type of thing. But then there's this thing, it's facing your fears. All of this is about facing fears this week. Maybe it won't be perfect. Maybe it won't be, totally, everything the way that you've been wanting it to be. But again, this is a good week to put one foot in front of the other. This is a good week to, you know, to move forward, okay? But in order to move forward, yeah, I know, we have to confront our past. We have to look at our fears. We have to look at what we want to let go of. And the full moon is a perfect time to let go of all of those things. Okay, higher power. Guardian angel cards. Higher power, higher power. What else do we have? What else do you want to say to our Gemini? So 1548845. This is a beautiful card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a 10. 10 is a transitional energy. Things are moving forward for you. Again, it's kind of like that leap of faith. 1, new beginning. 0, God source energy. 10, moving on forward. This talks about a happy change. Again, you know, are you going to be afraid of it or not? Because it does take some courage. Okay. Your angels have heard your prayers and have banded together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events begin to move forward and great progress will now be possible. You may need to make some rapid decisions due to the suddenness of activity. Be confident and trust the guidance you receive. Okay? So trust the guidance you receive. So anyway, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Where's my little pause button? Sorry about that. Had to take something to drink. Okay, so anyway, a happy change. I love that one. Be confident. Be confident, my Geminis. Be confident. Okay, let's go on and do inspirational wisdom from the angels and fairies for my Geminis. What do we have for our Geminis? Geminis. What do we have for our Geminis? I like that. So we have a 154810. Confronting your fears. Are you going to stick? Oh, and there's a card. That one definitely flew. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness, it flew all the way around. Anyway. Don't know what I was going to say, but are you confronting your fears? Are you going to move forward? Is it your brain? Is it your thoughts that's keeping you locked in? Okay, this one is reversed. Oh, I love the little wisteria fairy. Here we go. Wisteria fairy. Unleash the power within you to make changes. Ask to be given the wisdom that will allow you to grow. Wow, that does fit. So, but you know, whether you think so or not, I can see where that fits. But a happy change, whether you have the, you know, whether you're going to take that step or not. And remember, I'm always talking, you live too much in the past, you're prone to anxiety, prone to depression. Too much in the future, you're prone to depression, okay? So try to live a little bit more in the present. I've also been telling people to get outside if it's warm where you're at or not too cold, and get outside, walk barefoot, lay on the grass, hug a tree. So let's see, what crystal or energy would be good for my Geminis? Black obsidian, you know, one of my favorites. Strength, let's see, can we make that a little bit clearer? Strength, support during changes, everyday stress relief, it clears negative energies. Good. Okay, so remember, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. Oh, we want that so badly. But let's go on. Let's see, what other moon? Okay, and there's a card. It did not quite fall out, but it did fall for our Geminis. Oh, two cards. Two cards. Balsamic moon. It's a time for healing, my Geminis. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. A time for healing. And here, well, this goes back to new moon in Virgo. A time to give rather than take. Kind of goes back to what we were talking about there. What did it all mean? What did that all mean? But it's a time for healing. I love the time for healing. You let me know what the other one means to you. Interesting energies as always. Now, Do me that favor. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you're watching me on Rumble, rumble me. As always, though, my Geminis, my sweet Geminis, my twins, as always, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.